Dion, how's it going, my man?
Vicky, I'm well, man. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, my friend. How are you?
I'm doing well, man. It's seems like it's been forever since we like scheduled this, but
It's
I'm
been
happy
ages,
it's
hasn't
finally
it? I
here.
know. It's been forever. You're right. So where are you? Where are you exactly? You're in
Omaha, Nebraska, so right in the middle of the US.
bang in the middle.
Yep. You're UK, right?
I'm in the UK. I'm about half an hour away from central London.
Gotcha. Are you a boxing fan?
Yeah, I've got it on the side here.
Yeah, I was
So I'm waiting for the
what's
match
your
later on to come in. Come on.
what's your prediction? Who's gonna win?
I reckon Eubank will win.
Yeah, I agree.
Hold on 1 second. I'm just trying to put on my do not disturb thing because I know my phone will start ringing. Happens all the time.
I should probably do the same.
Where is it? I can't even find the feature now. So what you do? What you doing now, lad? So do you work in AI?
Um, Yes and no. Not for like a corporation, but in my own business I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how long have you been doing that?
It's been about a year. Biggie, so I'm 30 years old. If you think about when the internet rolled out in the early 2000s, I was 5 or 6 years old. I didn't quite have the opportunity to take advantage of it. Now everyone has the internet. Well,
Hmm.
AI is like my second chance where it's like that new thing people aren't too sure about. So I'm like, I want to take advantage of this. This is my opportunity.
See, so obviously everybody's heard of ChatGPT, but then even stuff. Can you hear me? Okay. Even stuff like like you get smart meters. People always think that people can hear you, can't they? Or or someone's listening in. Even like ChatGPT, someone thinks. Other people said that there's a feature on in ChatGPT that can hear everything that's going on. So, for example, if you're thinking of buying a new car and you're thinking of buying a Ford, you start seeing Ford adverts on your Facebook, on your social media, and a lot of people think that AI is like that.
Yeah, there are, I'll say, a lot of myths or misconceptions about AI. So that may actually be like a really good starting point.
Uh-huh.
One, AI does not have access to our personal information. It can't track what we do, what we're looking at. It is very much
Okay.
so a one-way street. So let's say you were to get on ChatGPT or any AI, you can ask it a question. Like I can say, hey, I'm going to UK. Give me the best top five vegan restaurants, right?
Yeah.
It's going to pull the information in to help me, but it can't take my information and spread it across the internet or the World Wide Web. So it's a lot safer and more secure than people think. I wouldn't say like tell it your deepest, darkest secret or like here's my social security number
Yeah.
or my credit card information. Like I don't use it that way.
And does that go for the same with stuff like Alexa as well?
Alexa,
Yeah. Because that's basically
I
AI
honestly
as well,
don't
isn't
know.
it?
I don't know about Alexa. I think that that might actually always listen, and sometimes like
Yeah.
my wife and I have Alexa, it will just say random stuff, and I'm like, what in the world is wrong with this thing? So
That's mad though, isn't it?
it
So
is.
you start you'll have a conversation in the house. You mention something. So I don't know. You might mention a holiday destination, Spain or something, and the next thing you've seen a load of Spain adverts on your phone.
Yeah, I think a part of it is Facebook and Google. They're called retargeting ads. And have you ever noticed like on your phone, an app will ask you to track whatever you do?
Mm-hmm.
And it says ask app not to track.
Yeah.
I'm like, I think it's interesting. It says ask it not to, and it doesn't say tell it not to, like just say no. So it's like they just track and follow everything we do on
Everything.
Apple's and
You're right.
Google. So
So what was your first step into this AI world?
yeah. I'll go a little personal here, Biggie, but I was diagnosed with MS, multiple sclerosis,
Okay.
and I have a disability, and it's been the best thing that has ever happened to me because it like pushed me to the edge. You get diagnosed with MS, you have a disability, and you just start viewing the world a lot differently.
Yeah, I can
And I
imagine.
just realized that I have to, I'm a big dreamer and AI is the future. So why not learn it? And the more I've learned about it, the more I have used it, the more I realize and recognize the power of it. I don't think it's going to replace humanity. Like some people think it's going to make us forget how to think and talk. Not the case, but it will, I'll say, advance us and help us learn quicker, work more efficiently. So.
Okay. So when you got into it first, what was your first step into it? Well,
I
obviously,
just started
this is
asking it. Oh,
so
go
this is
ahead.
after you be diagnosed. So obviously you've been given the bad news. You're at home. You're on a downer, and then where do you go from there?
Yeah, good question. So I'm huge on psychometric assessments, like
Hmm.
your strengths. So I asked AI, hey, I told it, these are my top five strengths. How can I use these to overcome adversity? And it gave me some really good feedback. And then I just thought about, all right, what do I want to do with my life? I decided I want to be a founder of a startup. So I just said, hey, what are the top characteristics? What makes a good founder of a startup? It gave me a long list of things. And then I realized I can do a lot of those things. I checked the box.
Yeah.
And I just kept working with it. The more you tell it about yourself, the better it's going to be. So it does have a memory. And everyone's AI or everyone's chat GPT works a little differently because it's based off of your
Your
personality,
person.
your
Yeah.
communication style. So,
Yeah, you're right. Because if I type into my chat GPT now your name, it must come out with who you are. Whereas somebody else is gonna do it, a friend of mine that's never heard of you, never had any engagement with you, nothing will come up.
yeah. Yeah, I'm not a bigwig like that. You type in Gary V or like I don't know, Simon Sinek, they'll come up, but
Yeah,
I
they'll
don't
come
have
up
a
straight
big
away.
name.
So so you used it obviously to pick yourself up for a new start in your life, and then where did you go from there?
Yeah,
So did you,
honestly, it has
so
been
did
the
you start this new
co-founder.
company? Did you start this
Yeah,
new
it's been the
company?
Yeah, it's been the co-founder of my business, which sounds crazy, but think about it. Co-founders, they can sour. People are difficult. You have to pay them a lot of money. AI costs $20 a month, at least here in America. $20 a month. I respect everyone's situation, but that's typically not breaking the bank. It
Yeah.
works 24 hours. You can ask it anything. So it's been able to help me build and structure my business really, really quickly.
So what did you do first? As in, so you ask your chat GPT or your AI all these questions, and then where did you go from there? Then obviously you started a new business.
Yeah, so I've built a lot of intellectual property. Like one of the frameworks I built is called the performance flywheel. It looks at who are you? And we use what are called the VIA character strengths. It's an assessment. It's not mine. I don't own it. I just love it and I use it. And then how? How do you work best? I built my own assessment, and I'll be honest, when ChatGPT mentioned I should build my own assessment, I was a little skeptical, like, man, I am not a scientist.
Yeah.
I don't have a background in that. And it said, hey, based off of, it gave me like five things I have done already. It said, you can do this. Here's the starting point. So I built my own assessment. It's called the IPD, innate performance driver. And then the where is always up to clients. So where do you want to aim your talent and your strengths at? Some people want to be a CEO. Some people want to be a better spouse. Some people want to be a better real estate agent, whatever the case may be. So there's some flexibility, but ChatGPT really helped me build and structure all this out.
And this is all after. So have you still got multiple sclerosis, or have you gone past that now? Have you been? What did I call it when you recover? You don't really recover from it, do you?
No, no. So I'll add some context. MS, multiple sclerosis, is a autoimmune disease.
Yeah.
Think about it like this. So I have lesions on the left side of my brain and on my spine. So Biggie, if you think like I gotta move my right toes and then you're gonna wiggle your left toes, for me, I can wiggle my right toes just fine. On the left side, I try to wiggle my toes and nothing happens. Those lesions or those spots like short out my immune system, so the signal just does not get through. They can't reverse it, but the medication has stopped it from spreading. So it has really, in a way, turned off my immune system.
Yeah. So basically, with multiple sclerosis, you have your nerves around the nerves. You have is it a myelin? It's the
Yep.
protection barrier around the, and that's what it's blocked, isn't it? It's blocked or it's
Yeah.
missing.
It ate it away, yeah. So it's gone, basically. They call it demyelination.
Yeah. Because I know about because I suffer from a lot of nerve issues as well.
Oh,
So
really?
yeah, so I know about this myelin stuff as well and everything. So
Yeah, man. Well,
I'm
thanks
a
for
little
sharing
bit.
that.
So what are you like on medication all the time now? Do you have good days and
Um,
bad days?
lu- Luckily, the medication is super, I'll say, advanced. I get infusions now twice a year. They take about 2 hours, and that keeps my immune system suppressed, or it stops the demyelination.
Okay. Okay, so going back to your company now. So is it your company or is it a few of you that run it?
It's me and ChatGPT.
That's it. So
Yep,
you're like
that's
a
it.
one man show.
Yeah, for now until we start growing and scaling, but I'm huge on automations. One thing I learned from ChatGPT that I'll say it kind of caught me by surprise. It told me that I'm a systems thinker, and I never knew that or I never thought about it. But then
Wow.
it went through and told me like, look at all the automations and the systems you built for your business.
Uh-huh.
um, can't share my screen or anything, but like my business is a legitimate system. So if someone submits a referral or if someone moves to an ecosystem, there are like if-then statements, automation, workflows. And I never thought about it like that, but I was like, I guess I am kind of a
Yes.
systems
Systems working,
thinker.
yeah. And then how do you get your clients? Is it like through networking yourself or word of mouth or
Yeah, networking, word of mouth, organic messaging. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't pay for ads yet. Eventually, you have to spend money to make money. But right now, it's
Mhm.
been a lot of organic messaging, networking. I've had a handful of people come through our program. It's called the Inner Advantage. I've
Okay.
had a lot of people go through it for free, and just to test it and really to prove I'm not crazy. Like I give them their strengths report. They go through they have a workbook, the AI prompts, everything, and they're like, no, this is legit. So
So do you ever go to any like exhibitions or anything like that? Or like business conferences or and just do speeches or anything there?
the plan is to start doing that more actually. That's the other side of my business, professional speaking. So hopefully I see you or other people on the stage at some point.
Brilliant. I like it. So what's your personal, obviously you've gained loads from AI such with even from like chat GPT, so you've gained like loads from it. So what's your take on it from a normal person? Like obviously I wish like AI I wish chat GPT was around when I was at university studying. I would have been top of the class.
Yeah, we would have all been like A
Yeah,
students, right?
100%.
Yeah, but I'll say the beautiful thing is you can use it however you would like. Some people are like, hey, AI, I have these five ingredients. What can I make? That's great. Some people use it to write emails.
Hmm.
Some people use it to write papers. My focus is on the people that want to grow personally and professionally. So, if you're seeking for a promotion, if you just want if you're seeking a promotion, if you want personal development, if you're an entrepreneur, those are the people I work with. And the sky's the limit. So whether you need it to be a co-founder, a thought partner, maybe you need a proofreader, it can be used for so many
Yeah,
different
I
things.
use it for that. I use it mainly for proofreading, spelling. I use it for anything.
Yeah, everything.
That's what I mean. I wish it was around when I was at university and I was studying or college or anything like that. Nowadays, kids don't understand how easy they got it.
Yeah, it's like they don't have to do. I mean, even there are a lot of schools that don't like when students use AI,
Yeah,
but it's just the future. You should still like read and write your own stuff, but it can help a lot.
100%. So, what are the disadvantages of it?
Oh, quite a few. I talk about the good and the bad. So the
Yeah.
first thing is it's super agreeable. It's trained to be like positive and agreeable. The downside of that is it may not give you blunt or direct feedback. So you do have to be aware of that. Um, the other thing is, Biggie, it's really, really bad for the environment right now. It takes a lot of energy, CO2 emission, and it's just bad for the environment. We need to
I
figure
didn't know
out a
that.
way to make, yeah, yeah. So we need to figure out how to make it more sustainable, especially when they train these large language models. Once it's trained, it's a little less toxic, but when they built ChatGPT, it was really, really, it polluted the environment. So that's one of the major downsides right now that I do like to talk about and acknowledge.
See, my mother tongue is Punjabi, right? It's an Indian language, and I can have a proper conversation with ChatGPT in Punjabi.
You
It's brilliant.
can
Yeah, I can say like, how can you cook this? And I can name the dish, and it would talk to me. Then I'll say, okay, then I'll get a bit funny. Then I start swearing at it, and it's like, don't swear at me. But it's talking to me in Punjabi, saying, don't swear at me.
really.
I don't encourage that. Yeah, it's well clever.
Well, it's funny. My ChatGPT cusses, but I'm pretty it'll drop an F bomb or two, but it
Oh,
started with me.
really? So you must have some like upgrade packages of it, or is it the standard?
Well, that's a good question. I do pay for it, but I don't know
But
if it's different like across the
you
water.
use it professionally, don't you?
What was that?
You use it on a professional level, so you have to pay for it.
Well, I just use it so much it kind of makes sense. I
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
It's funny, I talked to ChatGPT and OpenAI, they started it. Eventually they are going to raise the price. But if you ask AI, hey, how well am I using you? It will actually give you a breakdown. And I'm actually far ahead, so $20 a month. It broke it down mathematically. They're called tokens. Every
Okay.
time you have a conversation, you use a token. The amount of tokens I use compared to the amount I spend is like pennies on the dollar. It was like
Really?
0.01 cent. So right now it's just like it makes sense. I'm winning. Probably won't be this way forever when the price starts going up.
So obviously, ChatGPT is the most popular. What other packages are there? Software packages?
Yeah, some people like Copilot. That's Microsoft. I'll be
Okay.
honest, I don't love that one. There's DeepSeek. That one is out of China, I believe. Google has one like Gemini. There are so
Yeah.
many up and coming. I think ChatGPT, at least at this point, is kind of like the category king.
So
If you think of
who
smart,
owns ChatGPT?
well,
Who owns it? Who owns
uh,
ChatGPT?
it started 2015, 2018 was like the first launch, and then from then they've just released different variations of it.
So it's been around for a good few years.
Yeah, yeah, and it's just getting better and better, smarter and smarter.
True. Definitely. So what else can you tell us about AI? How have you used it in your advantage for your company?
Yeah, yeah. As far as like efficiency, writing emails, that's like the basic stuff. I talk to it daily though. It holds me accountable. So like I have specific goals and I use that as my accountability buddy. Like, hey, made all my calls today, sent my emails, posted my content. For content creation, it's a good thought partner. I don't love everything it recommends, but it may spark an idea like, ooh, I like a part of this idea, a part of that idea. Let's put them together. So I think the sky is the
The
limit.
limit, yeah.
It goes back to like the internet. When the internet first rolled around, everyone used it differently. It's like some people loved email. Some people said, I'm going to make Facebook or
Yeah.
Instagram. So it's just like we're at that point to where it's like figure out how it works for you and how you want to use it.
And obviously it's in cars now as well, isn't it? Isn't it?
What was that?
It's in vehicles now as well.
Yeah,
Artificial
yeah,
intelligence.
it is, and it's funny. So this is like my crazy side, but I said, hey, ChatGPT, if you were going to cannibalize yourself, like if you were going to build something better, how would you
Yeah.
do it, or what would you do? The first thing it said was its biggest weakness is it can't take action. So it can't actually send an email for you. It can't make a call. It can't build your business. It will give you all the information and like the steps, but it can't actually do it. And then it prompted me to say, hey, do you want to build that next version of AI? And I'm techie, but I'm like, I'm not ready to try to build my own AI and
Yeah.
like outdo ChatGPT. Not my thing, but that is a limitation of it where like it just can't actually do things for you. Certain things, I should say.
It's mad, isn't it? It's crazy. Like, but there's ways, like I was reading something. If you're at college or you're a student and you use AI to do your homework or to do your university work, is there an app that people can tell that you've used AI?
Yeah, yeah. Honestly, one of the telltale signs, for one, is ChatGPT is dash happy. It writes with a lot of dashes, so it's just like really unnatural. You can just look at something and tell. But yeah, there are apps, there are softwares. You can probably use ChatGPT and just say, "Hey, did you write this?" So some of the words, some of the phrases, and the formatting aren't quite human-like yet.
Yeah, you can tell straight away. Like when I use ChatGPT, people can tell straight away because they're like, "Hold on, he's not right like that." But it's
Yeah,
brilliant.
like how'd you get so good at writing?
Yeah, all of a sudden, oh look, your spelling's good. When did your spelling become good? That's
For
crazy.
sure.
But yeah, so go on, tell us a bit more about it. How are people using it on day to day?
Um, some people use it for travel. Like, hey, this is where my event is. Find me a location and three restaurants by it. So it can be a good travel companion. Some people use it for entrepreneurship. This is interesting. I posed the question to ChatGPT, and this is like my organic or my, I'll say, innovative side. I said, how are Elon Musk and Sam Altman, the founder of OpenAI, ChatGPT, how do they use it? And it's like for prepping for meetings, they constantly want to innovate, writing code. They use it for all
Yeah.
types of different things. So it goes back again to like how people use the internet. Some people
Wow.
like email, some people like to shop, Some people use it to write code. We're using it to do a live call, right?
Yeah.
So the sky's the limit, and I think we're only scraping the surface for how we can use AI.
See, I thought when you ask it some big names, I thought you would just say, I don't know. But obviously, he's aware of the people, but I thought it must be like programmed not to mention their names or something.
Yeah, yeah,
That's kind of like weird.
it is. And
Definitely.
going back to your point, like 20, 25 years ago, you just only guessed what like Steve Jobs does or like how he got to where he was. Now you can actually ask, hey, what's obviously Steve Jobs is no longer alive, but you can say, how is Elon Musk doing,
Yeah.
building his business? How is LeBron James taking care of his body? And like, it may not know everything, but it's going to give you good information and like
Brilliant.
get you
Yeah.
closer to like where, instead of just guessing, it's going to get you a little closer. So,
Uh-huh. Which is fantastic, to be honest. And I'm a football fan, so but what soccer fan. So I'm always asking it questions. When is my team going to win this? When is my team going to win that? And unfortunately, nothing's nothing at the moment. Nothing's happening at the moment. Nothing positive.
do you believe in like sports betting?
What's that?
Oh, like when you, I don't, in America,
Oh,
they're huge on like,
I
oh,
think
I'm
they call
putting,
it. I think
yeah.
they call it accumulators here.
What's it called?
So like there might be like accumulators.
Ah,
So there might be like 40 games on, and then you bet. So if you bet on all 40 of them, and you get it all 10 games on, and all 10 come on, and you win, is it like
yeah,
that?
yeah.
Yeah. So they call it accumulator here,
Interesting.
because then your bets are kind of like accumulate. But I've heard you're saying is all spread betting.
Yeah, you can pick like the over or the under, and people can
Mhm.
win money that way. I just almost wonder like how good AI would be at picking like let's say Connor Ben and Chris Eubank. You can bet on who you think will win, like what round,
Yeah.
like knockout or like decision. I wonder if AI can predict that yet.
But what about the lottery numbers?
Right.
That'd
Yeah, I would love for that.
be fantastic. That'd be next level.
I know they'll have to get creative, like with the lottery, because I would imagine there are people that are smart enough to know, like, over the last 20 years, these numbers won. So, like, it can make some algorithm to,
Yeah.
like, the next numbers.
Okay, what about hacking? What's the situation with hacking in AI? Can it be hacked?
Um, like, can someone hack and steal your information?
Yeah, yeah. But don't forget, your Chat GPT on your system is like for you, isn't it? It's personalized.
It is. That's a really good question, though, as far as like hacking and I don't know if people have figured out how to weaponize it that way yet, but I know what I'm going to ask it after our call.
But because I know a lot, it's used a lot in music as well, isn't it, to change people's voices and everything.
It can be used for like voice replication. I don't know if that's actually like Chat GPT. I know
That's not
it's
Chat GPT.
artificial
I think that's just
intelligence.
AI, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. So that's why I said it's so new. We're still at that point. We just don't really know the ramifications or like the downside or how people can or will use it.
Like I've seen songs that are sang, and they've got different verses, and different verses are sang by different people. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So you
So
got a song, and one verse will be sung by I don't know Elvis, and obviously Elvis passed away a long time ago, and another verse will be sung by another dead artist. Another verse, maybe the third verse will be sung by somebody that's alive, and this carries on like that.
yeah, like Michael
Yeah,
Jackson, Elvis, and like Adele or somebody,
that's it.
right? Where it's like,
Yeah,
how?
and it's
Yeah,
but the likeness of the voice is fantastic.
yeah. That's why I think the biggest biggest fear with people right now. They think AI is going to replace humanity. And I don't know, the question is that type of stuff unethical? It's like, I don't know, if you were a singer and you died or if you were sick, would you want AI to replicate your voice?
It's true, 100%. Like when I was younger, it was like robots are gonna take over everything, as in like work wise. But then it's not the case, is it?
No, no, and I do some coaching and people think like AI or robots can replace coaching. You can't replace humanity.
You
Like
can't.
AI can't pick up on when someone's feeling down or like emotions, stuff like that. So,
Yeah, because I remember people used to say, "Oh, computers are on the computers are here now. You won't need to do nothing. Computers are gonna do everything." But it's not the case, is it? You
not at
still
all,
need that human. You still need that human touch
for sure. Well,
all the time.
if you think about like if you're calling, I don't know, your bank or somewhere, and you always get connected to like their machine or like their robot, people hate
Yeah.
that. It's like I want
Oh
to
yeah.
talk to a human.
Definitely.
So same
You do
thing though.
100%. Even like, as soon as you ring somebody, you ring a bank and the machine comes on straight away to say press one, press two, press three. You're like, I just want to talk to somebody. Once you up straight away.
So
As soon as you have to speak to a machine or a machine comes on the other side, I get well angry.
same, same, same
So to give us a few more examples. Do you know any
of
more
how
examples?
people are used,
Using
of
AI.
how people, yeah, honestly, it can give you really good marriage advice. You could have issues with your friends, and you can just say, "Hey, this is the situation. What should I do? How should I respond?" So again, the sky is the limit. I've used it for like my marriage. My wife has used it. Like we had a sick dog. We have two pups. I don't know if you've heard them barking.
Nah.
But it's just like, hey, these are the symptoms, what's going on. It's not always accurate, but it gives you at least a clue, kind of like TikTok. Or
Yeah.
another example, you know, like those smell good wax melters you can like plug in,
Yeah.
it melts the wax. So my wife, not thinking of it, like she wiped some with tissue and flushed it. Well, it clogged her toilet. And we told ChatGPT, hey, our toilet is clogged with wax. It told us boil some water, use some dish soap. And that worked, you
And it
know?
worked.
So just like
Wow.
random stuff like
Brilliant.
that.
Can't go wrong with that, can you? That's
Right,
fantastic.
right.
So
Yeah.
going back to like the cars, the automatic cars, that's not ChatGPT, that's AI, isn't it?
The cars,
So automatic, like cars that drive themselves.
it might be some form of AI, but it's not ChatGPT.
That's not ChatGPT, it's AI. Because I've heard loads of dodgy things about cars that drive themselves as well, like they're blowing up and
Do you have those in like the UK or Europe anywhere?
not really. It's not as popular as it is than your ends. It's quite popular than your side, isn't it?
In like California, Arizona, like some of these bigger cities is where they're testing it. I live in Nebraska, so we're like always a little slower to adopt things.
Yeah.
But I don't know, Biggie. I don't know if I trust a robot to
I'm
drive
not a
me.
fan of it. I don't
Yeah.
trust it either. And then I've been hearing stories that it just blows up randomly.
Yeah. And
So
it's
I'm
just
not even like
like
even like electric cars. I'm not a fan of electric cars. Is electric cars bigger than your ends?
they're it's funny, they aren't as big as people thought they would be.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of companies, you know, it was the race to electric cars.
Hmm.
Like they made a electric muscle car. It flopped like a Challenger or a Charger.
Yeah.
Like people
Yeah.
just weren't
Oh
having
man,
that. Yeah.
it hasn't got the same effect, has it?
No, no. Well, even like I'm sure they've messed with the idea of like an electric plane. I wouldn't get on that
Oh man,
because I'm like,
no
nah,
way.
too many. Yeah,
It's like my partner hates getting on planes full stop, even on a regular, on a normal plane. She loves traveling, but she hates getting on a plane. I can imagine if she said to her, "This brother, you know, this plane's flying by itself," she'd be like, straight away.
yeah,
There's no pilot.
yeah. So what do you do for work, Mickey?
I work for a company called Wipro, which
Mm,
is an outsourcing company,
gotcha. So
and
do you use AI?
no, but the company itself are kind of looking to get into it quite in a big way. So we're not huge into it at the moment, but I'm sure the company looking into it
Hmm.
definitely. So what were you doing probably before this? So obviously you were ill before you started your company. You were ill. What were you doing before that?
I've bounced around a lot. I won't say everything. I've done a lot from consulting, banking, real estate, financial advisor, done like marketing. It's funny, like
Yeah,
I tell people I built my business in 2 weeks, and they're always so surprised. But it was 5 years of learning before that, like
yeah,
struggling, making content, failing, learning how to build websites. So it's like everything I learned over 5 years, I was able to build a company in 2 weeks. So people hear 2 weeks, yeah, AI helped me do it really fast, but I still spent a long time learning all these different skills that
yeah.
kind of fit together now. So
Brilliant. So and in those 5 years you were ill as well at the same time. That's when you diagnosed with MS.
I was diagnosed with MS after, so I was diagnosed January 1st of 2024. So it's been a little over a year. It's relatively recent. Um and like being diagnosed with MS, I feel like I came back from the dead. It sounds crazy, but it's like I was wheeled out the hospital. I could barely walk. My speech was screwed up. I lost full
Wow.
function of this hand. Like I couldn't even write my name with a pen or a pencil. So it was like really back to the basics. Super humbling experience. I wouldn't say like I was at risk of losing my life. But it's like, when people have near death
Yeah.
experiences, they like just they transform and it did the same thing for me.
See, with me, because I told you I got this nerve issue, I was told when I went for an MRI check, right, and I went to see a doctor, and he goes, when you come in your 40s, you're going to be in a wheelchair. And my wife's there, my mother's there, and I'm like, whoa, you what? I goes, you can't say stuff like that. And um, then I hit. I'm 47 now, so I've got another 3 years of maybe not, but because he said when you're in your 40s, but it is what it is.
Yeah, no, man. Thanks for sharing that. I know it's not easy, but how did you like respond to that, or like how have you just kept going?
I just, I just, I'm just like I'm not one of these people like they get to me like when it first happened. They said I had an operation there, so I had something that was called perivascular circles. They said what it is like a bubble that puts pressure on your brain, and they have to seep out the fluid. Then I had that done
Mm,
twice because I always walked with a slight limp, and obviously this is what was building up to it, and like then so that never really made a difference. And then after that, that's it. So just my limp got worse, and then about a year, 2 years ago now, I had sciatica,
mm, mm.
and that really like attacked me big time. Really got to me in a bad way. And then so what happened with that? I had a bulge in my disc. You know, like when they say you got a bulge in your disc, like
Mhm.
the nerve was pinched. So I had that, and so I still got a limp. So, but luckily there's no pain. Where sciatica, I had mad pain.
Yeah, same. Like I have a limp. You can't see it. Maybe you can, but I have like a medical device on. Just so I can like walk, it helps me. It's called neuromodulation. Have a drop foot. So basically my foot just dangles like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, and when I walk, I get like shocked and it like flaps my foot up. So it's like I have a
I used to,
limp,
I used
but
to have that. I used to have that as well. Foot drop.
really,
It's just not as bad. So it's like your foot slaps on the floor.
yeah, yeah, like it's you walk and it's like
Especially if you like if you got wooden floor, you can hear it. Tsh, tsh, tsh. Yeah.
yeah, that's me every day, but for me it's like I would rather have this than be dead, which sounds
Yeah. Oh,
crazy,
definitely.
but it's like we're still here, so why not
But
keep
this
pushing?
but this thing you use, this mechanical thing on your foot, is it like is it UFO? It's called an AFO or something.
So I had an AFO. This is a device by a company called BioNess. It's new. It like basically wraps just around my knee and it shocks my nerves going through my leg and that's how it like controls or manipulates my foot.
Really, send me the link for that.
Yeah, I will. I will. Man, it's funny. So I was at my neurologist. I was doing like physical therapy, and there was this medical rep there, and he just let me try it, and I was like, "This thing changed my life."
Really?
I had an AFO, and I just didn't love it. Have you ever tried an AFO?
Yeah, I've tried an AFO. I hate those. They're like the things in the L shaped ones. Yeah, that ones that you wear.
Yep. I
I've got one.
I have one. I've never
I can't
used
stand
it.
it.
What was that?
I can't stand it.
Yep, same.
But but this thing that you said, so this wraps around your knee, did you say, or your leg, your calf?
It's here. Let's see if I can stand up and show you. It's it's like right here.
Oh, you can't even see that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
can see the little box
yeah.
thing. Yeah.
I know. I'll send you the link to it, but it's like super subtle. It's called the L300. Um, I don't, man, it's changed my life in ways I can't explain. Like I can cut the grass now. I can go on walks. Still have a limp, but it made it easier. Like I'm a lot more stable on my feet.
And
Basically, my left leg is like.
does it send little electrical waves through your leg?
Yeah, yeah, wet the pads, like neural pads, I put them on and it just shocks my foot. I can turn it off, I can turn it up. There's like a biking mode. So it's been life changing.
Can you run?
I cannot run, so that's like the downside. So,
Fair
and it's
enough.
not because the device, it's just more so me.
Yeah.
With the MS, basically the left side of my leg or my body just is weak. I can't move my toes. Yeah, so
And what's ChatGPT say about it?
um honestly I haven't used it much for like MS, right?
Yeah, you haven't.
Um yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like we haven't found a way to reverse the damage. This is going to sound crazy, but have you ever heard of I think it's called the Neuralink, something that Elon Musk is working on?
Uh huh. No, I
Yeah,
haven't heard
like
of it. No.
so they can implant things in your brain to control your body. I don't know if I trust it. Like my MS isn't bad enough, but they've done it with people that were in wheelchairs and like they were able to start walking
Really?
and moving again.
Wow.
The problem is though, like once it detaches from your brain, everything goes back to how it was. So it's still new, but there are some cool things out there now.
Definitely. But I don't know about this thing that everything goes back to normal after you start using it or you detach from it.
Well, and it's like you basically become a robot, like the
Yeah, you
chip
do.
takes over your body or your nervous system.
But as soon as you take it out, you're back to normal.
Yeah. And it doesn't even have to be on purpose, like you can sleep wrong, roll over, and like it can detach from your brain
Oh
and
man.
you can have issues. So
Hello, that's it. What's that, Sukiko? Hope you're good. Hope you're well. Sukiko, do you use ChatGPT? we're talking about artificial intelligence. So you know what? When I first come on this scene about using them Instagram, I used to write everything out myself. And if I go back and look at my old posts now, I don't even look at them. I just think, man, that's embarrassing.
Yeah,
And then now I just chat GBT to write and it understands everything because, like you said, it's got that memory, hasn't it? So it just remembers for stuff.
yeah. It's like the more you use it, the better it's going to be.
Mm-hmm. To use it. Why is that though? Do you know why that is?
Uh, Um, Essentially, it builds a profile of you.
Oh, okay.
It's funny. I tell my clients all the time, I actually give them, I'll say like an intake form. And it just speeds up your learning process, really ChatGPT's learning process. Like tell it your strengths, your name, answer this prompt, and you just upload that to ChatGPT, and you're training it to learn you,
Yeah.
your communication style, your thought process. I also have a prompt. It's kind of scary, but you can copy and paste it in your ChatGPT and it will like dig into some of your blind spots and like your weaknesses. So you can use it for both, but I always start positive. After you use it for a while, I send people this prompt and it gives you like just thoughts and things about yourself that you would never know.
Yep.
So kind
Then
of
you have to
hard.
send that to me as well. Send it to
I
me. Let
know.
me check it out.
Yeah, I'll send you both. So the medical device, the AI prompt.
Definitely. So going back to when you help somebody, when you help a company launch or not launch, sorry, when somebody approaches you, what type of examples do they give you? So when somebody launches, when you take on a new client and you do work for them, what's the first thing that you do? How do they approach you?
Yeah, well, first we have like a discovery call just to make sure like they're aligned, and I'm aligned with them. I've learned that I just don't want to work with any and everybody. Some people are a pain in like the backside or the neck. If there's alignment, I explain what our program is. It's an 8-week AI enhanced program. There's a digital course, there's a workbook. We built our own assessment, and then we also provide them their via character strengths. And then there's this 8-week process they go through. 1 week is focused on leadership, another week is focused on like I don't know why I'm drawing a blank. There's coaching, so I actually do the coaching. Uh, the another week is about overcoming adversity. And then the other side of my business, I'm a professional speaker. So I have two talks. One is called Adversity is the Way. I'm gonna share my MS story and I share my equation. Told you I built out my own intellectual properties and frameworks.
Brilliant.
The other talk I have is called The Inner Advantage, and it's really about how can you use what you're naturally gifted at to become great. I actually haven't shared this anywhere else yet, Biggie, but I started my own category called educational reality. You know, you can go to a talk, it can be phenomenal, but after that, what happens? Nothing typically.
Nothing.
Right. Well, after my talks, anyone was there is granted access to our program or our system, digital course, workbook, AI prompts, and we train them on how to overcome adversity or how to use their strengths. So there's like a follow-up after the talk to make sure you aren't just feeling motivated or energized, but more so let's change your behavior and really turn a corner even after the talk.
So give you that can-do attitude.
Right, right. Give people the
So
tools. So
basically, so I'll come to your talk, and then you'll give me some commands, obviously for my AI. So when I go home, they still this are they played that loud on like a speaker or something, like on an Alexa, or the
yeah.
headphone, or do I listen to it on the headphones?
So the way it works, all I need is people's email address. Once I have their email address, I told you I built an entire business system.
Hmm.
So we submit their information to what's called a workflow. They're automatically granted access to the digital course. That's self-paced. As long as you have a phone or a computer, you can work through the digital course. They also are able to download the workbook. So in this workbook, it guides people like, hey, copy and paste this question into AI. Whatever they learn, they can type it in or copy and paste it. So they're building an operational manual for themselves. And that's how it continues. They have 60 days within our ecosystem. They receive weekly emails from us. Really, it's automated. That's a secret. They don't, it appears like it's from me,
Yeah,
but it's automation. So.
that's it. So what's the future for you now? Where are you? Are you currently based at home? Do you work from home?
I do work remotely primarily. The future for me is growing and scaling my business. I know we mentioned like a few big names, whether it's, I don't know, Inky Johnson, Tony Robbins, whoever. That's where my aim is. It's just like I'm
Wow,
going to the moon and I'm going to be on the big stage someday. So,
fantastic. And I wish you all the best because I know you'll do it. You definitely got that oomph about you to do it. Fantastic. Okay, Dion, we're coming to the end now. So, did you think of a nomination for me?
man, good question. So I have this guy in mind, a friend. I actually just met him. I was on his podcast. Like he will host a podcast, but he also is featured on a lot of them. So I sent him a message, but I'm still waiting to hear back.
Oh, no worries.
He's
As
based
and when he
in
gets to you.
Australia, so
But I just want to say thank you to you. And you know what? We've been planning this, like you said, for quite a while, and it's been well worth it. So, thank you very much, Dion, and all the best. And I wish you good health as well.
man, I'm back at you. Thank you so
Yeah.
much, Biggie.
Keep in touch, and let's keep the networking going. Well, thank you very much, Dion. All the best, my friend.
All right, thanks, my friend. Take care.
Big love. Take
Yep.
care.